DiyDreaming, and on this video tutorial I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful faith-themed garden flag that you can put outside and not worry about it getting wet or snowed on or blown on. We're going to be using one of these awesome garden flags from MagnoliaDIY.com, and we're also going to talk about letting your neighbors know what you believe. Because I frequently talk about having things throughout your house that remind you of your faith. I don't talk very often about putting things outside of your home that talk about your faith. So we're going to use this beautiful stencil today. And it says, "Fall for Jesus, He never leaves." Isn't that amazing? So we're going to use this. I'm going to show you some fun stuff to do. These leaves in a bunch of different colors. We're going to look at how you could make one for the inside of your house with one of these pennant banners. And before I jump in, I just wanted to tell you, where does this come from? Fall for Jesus, He never leaves. Well, I don't know exactly what the inspiration was for Lisa, one of the owners of Magnolia, when she designed this beautiful stencil. But in the book of Hebrews, chapter 13, mid-verse of chapter 5, it says, "Never will I leave you, never will I forsake you." And in my little scribbles here in the margin, I wrote, "He is always with me, and He promises me that I will have all that I need." So, you know, why not let your neighbors know that you're believers? And let it's like a little drop of witness testimony for the postman, the Amazon driver, you know, anyone who's coming by your house to see that in front of your house. So that's my idea. Okay, so like I said before, we're going to be using one of these awesome garden flags. They look like this. They have a pocket right up here at the top, and that's where you slide it onto one of those shepherd hooks, which I got mine 2 or 3 seasons ago at Walmart for like $5 a piece. You can find them all over. Anyways, so that's how that works. But I wanted, and they come a packet too, but I wanted to also show you this in case you love this idea and you want something for inside your house. This is called an 11 by 16 pennant banner. I haven't ironed it yet because it was in the little baggie. It comes with the wood dowel. This would be beautiful with that stencil, and then you even get the cord. So let me just show you how that works, which of course if you want something different, you can switch that up. But these are super lightweight. They're great for hanging on your pantry door, your laundry room door, on a cabinet, you could shorten it up. So to keep this in mind as well, that you could certainly do the outdoor garden flag, but if you want to remind your family and yourself that Jesus will never leave you or forsake you, you could also do one of those pennant banners. Okay, so let's hop right in. As you are hopping on, say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. Feel free to sprinkle all that normal good stuff. I want to just make sure that I'm stenciling the right direction. You know, I don't want to do it this way and then find out, oops, this is the top. So I am on the top. I did iron it just a little bit, and when it's dry, I will heat set it with a hot iron. I'll put a piece of parchment paper between my iron and this. I'll set my iron on cotton, go over it for 3 or 4 minutes, moving my iron around, and then it'll be permanent. Good to go, completely washable if you wanted to pull it in and wash it. It could be rained on, snowed on, everything. Okay, and I am thinking that I want this to be towards the bottom of my garden flag, because I'm kind of thinking that I want to do some kind of a pretty bow up at the top. So these stencils, oh my goodness, this one is brand new. I love it. And just so you know, you don't have to do the words. You could just do this beautiful fall leaf garland wreath thing, or you could just do the words. This would be super cute on a t-shirt, on a tote bag, on a sign, a lot of different things. But we're gonna make some art, a canvas garden flag for outside so that we can share a little testimony about our Lord Jesus Christ. Okay, so what I have decided, I have a bunch of inks pulled out, is that I'm going to do the fall for Jesus, He Never Leaves, and this little arch. Let me see if I can raise you up a little bit higher, in black. I may have to scooch back a little bit. Yeah, I think I am. Sorry about that. Hopefully I'm not making you completely dizzy. I've had a few issues lately with my little camera device thing here tipping over. So I'm going to do the words and this part in black. And then the acorns are going to be brown. Some of the leaves are going to be brown. I am going to use this color Magnolia green, red, and pumpkin. I mean, honestly, you can do whatever colors you want. It's totally up to you. And I am going to use my paintbrush squeegee and a small cut apart squeegee. Let's tackle these little acorns first. We'll do the words and the top part of the wreath last. So let me get all my inks open. Okay, for this project, because it's going to go outside and get wet and get maybe snowed on, depending on where you live, and you might want to wash it, you have to use ink. Ink is what you need. This is permanent ink that becomes, completely washable once you heat set it with a hot iron. There's no way to make chalk paste do that. Okay, and this is kind of a small area, so I'm going to use one of my new paintbrush squeegees. And we do have to work kind of fast because we don't want this ink to get all dried in the stencil before we can get it pulled up. I'm going to do a little bit of a swirly-do technique and make all of the leaves a bunch of different colors. But I wanted to just do the acorns just brown. Okay, there's two on that side and two on this side. If you're like me and you have kind of a shaky hand, that's an understatement for me. These paintbrush squeegees make it so much easier to get the detail that you want without going outside at the lines too much. Okay, I'm almost there. Okay. So what else I want to do is I want to just take a little blob of these other colors, and I'm going to do a ton of orange, but I want to kind of really mix it through. So let's start with the pumpkin, because that's going to be the main colors that I want. I'm just putting some little dots on here and there. Now let's do some of this Magnolia green. And then I'm going to do swirly-do with it. I'm going to try not to get this center part. And other people call this a hot mess. I just call it swirly-do because I'm kind of doing this movement. I probably have too much ink on already, but oh well. Let's do a little bit of red. close to the orange. And if you've never seen this thing that I have in my hand right now, these are just plastic stir sticks that are great. I use them all the time. Okay, and let's do, what color am I missing? Let's do just a teeny bit, a little bit of brown here and there. And I need to get swirly doing here quick. Okay, let's see what we got. The Magnolia does have a bunch of other colors that you could obviously use if you would like to. Ooh, I don't want to get this chocolate ink on my flag already. Okay, so I'm just going to take my small cut apart squeegee and I'm just going to kind of start swirling it around, and it's going to look like a complete mess right now until I lift it up. Let's get some more green up here. Once your squeegee gets completely loaded with color, then you're going to want to offload some of that, because you want to get some distinct colors. Like, I'm going to offload this on a paper plate right there. Orange. So how's everyone doing today? Is it fall where you live? Tell me in the comments. It is, it's still summer where I live in Georgia. It really is. Although I'm wishing it was fall for sure. Oh, darn. Okay. That is so typically me, to let my attention wander for just a second. And got some of that ink on the wrong spot. Okay, so let's take a little peek and see how this looks. I'm feeling like I have way more red on this side, but oh, it's so pretty. Oh my gosh. You get a very mottled look. It's lovely. Okay, let's do this in black. We'll whip that out. Oops, real quick. Let me get a wipe. And then, like I said, I may possibly fiddle around and do a bow. I'm not sure. Oh, I did get stuff up here. Darn. Darn, darn. Fall for Jesus, he never leaves. That is the truth. Let me tell you another truth that I've just discovered. So if you've been following me at all, you know that I've been going through a real rough patch because my mother died exactly 3 weeks ago today, and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm grieving. But here's what I have concluded. The only people who love you with 100% of their heart are mothers. That's how they feel about their children. We're just created that way. And our Heavenly Father. Everyone else, they could be completely fabulous, but in one way or another, they will all let you down or leave. And they may just leave by, you know, who knows why they might leave. But so I have really been leaning hard on my faith recently because I've just been so sad about the loss of my mother. One little spot here. Oh my gosh, it's just lovely. Okay, I'm going to throw this in my tub of water over here until I can get out to the kitchen sink to wash it. It looks fabulous. It's totally fall. To me, it looks like late fall. If you're doing an early fall, you might want to use more green. And you could also throw in a little yellow. But isn't that pretty? So I was thinking to do some kind of a bow with some, let me grab a couple things to show you. Like some burlap looking ribbon. I have some of this, and then I have a variety. I love this bottom one. I think this bottom one that's kind of a brown with leaves on it would be fabulous. I would just do a stacked bow and put it right here, probably in the center. So what do you guys think? Wasn't that so easy? And I know people are, okay, so I hear all this all the time. I am afraid to use ink. I've only used chalk paste so far. Ink is the same as chalk paste to work with. The only thing is you just want to be careful that you don't use too much. And just like chalk paste, you don't want to go over the same area, because that causes it to go under the stencil and get all smushy and blurry under there. Anyways. So I will let this 100% dry, probably until late tonight or tomorrow morning. I'll put a piece of parchment paper over the top. I'll get my iron out. I'll set it on cotton, no steam, and I'll just go over it for 3 or 4 minutes. I'll flip it over and do the back side. Over a season, it's gonna get a little, if it's super humid here where I live. It may get, you know, this is not going to be this creamy ivory forever. It may get a little darkened, or it might have a little, I don't know, kind of greenish tinge to it. But this is going to make it through a season, and depending on where you put it, you can tuck it away for winter and bring it back out next fall. So. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I'm just looking at your sweet comments. Fall for Jesus, he never leaves. So I think this would be just a great little testimony to your neighbors, to your post office worker, to your Amazon worker, to whoever might, your dog walker, the lawn crew, whoever might be coming by your place, that this house follows Jesus Christ. They might think this phrase, fall for Jesus, he never leaves, is kind of cute, but it just is a good little way to let it be known. And yeah, and it's totally cute and fun. I'll get some close-up pictures. Do a this or a this. Or say something to me in the comments. Don't hesitate to ask questions if you have any. Feel free to sprinkle all that normal good stuff. I think I am gonna do a ribbon, but I'll fiddle around with that off camera. Yes, the outdoor banner. These are waterproof. I mean, this fabric here is designed to go outside. So you should do it. Try it. It comes a pack of 2. So you could do something for fall, and then when it gets a little closer to Christmas, you could do something for Christmas, or something for spring, or for Easter, or summer, or whatever you would like. And these are so affordable. Alrighty. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you got some ideas and that you learned something, and you will feel a little bit more comfortable to try inking. This again is permanent ink from MagnoliaDIY.com. Has a white lid. This is not chalk paste, and it's also not paint. Paint isn't going to hold up like ink, and it's going to dry crunchy. And paint can ruin your stencils, so don't use paint. You want ink, permanent ink from MagnoliaDIY.com. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Have a blessed rest of